Welcome to episode 5 of the EUSD Staff Wellness Podcast. Today we're doing a deep dive into something that can feel a bit like, well, wrestling an octopus while juggling, maybe. Avoiding burnout during those really demanding seasons. You know the feeling, right? Calendar looks completely jammed, energy levels zero. We've gone through a whole stack of really insightful sources, and our mission today, equip you with practical strategies, things you can actually use to protect your mental and physical well-being, sort of turning that chaos into maybe a manageable hum. Okay, so let's unpack this first big one. The radical act of saying no. It feels really tough sometimes, doesn't it? Almost wrong. But the sources we looked at, they really hammer home how crucial it is for mental health.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating is shifting how you think about it. Saying no isn't selfish at all. It's fundamental self-care. The research consistently showed it directly helps prevent that burnout creep.
Yeah.
It lets you really focus on what matters, and it boosts your confidence because you're valuing your own needs. Plus, counterintuitively maybe, it often improves relationships, builds respect.
That makes so much sense when you lay it out like that. But actually saying the word, phew, it can feel like you're letting people down. So how do we actually do it? Gracefully, I mean, without feeling awful. What did the sources suggest?
Well, the key seems to be directness and honesty. Skip the long, complicated excuses. They usually just muddy the waters anyway. Something simple like, thanks for thinking of me, but I just can't take that on right now. That works. Oh, and one source suggested offering an alternative if it feels right. Like, I can't manage that, but maybe Sarah could help. And importantly, practice some self-compassion. You just can't be everything to everyone. It's okay.
Right. Okay. And that ties into our internal chatter too, doesn't it? When the pressure's on, sometimes my thoughts just spiral.
Oh, absolutely. That brings up how we talk to ourselves, especially under stress. One study really flagged the need to watch your words, to avoid those cognitive thought traps. Things like thinking everything always goes wrong, or this is a total disaster, extreme language. That kind of negativity just digs the hole deeper, Catching it and maybe reframing it slightly, that's a huge first step.
Speaking of steps, being proactive, it sounds almost too basic, but what about actually scheduling time for yourself? Putting you on the calendar?
Yes, it sounds simple, but it's powerful. It's about prioritizing your self-care before the schedule gets totally out of control. Block out the time. Even if it's just 10 minutes for quiet reflection or a quick walk, whatever works for you. Doing that intentionally, it shows real emotional intelligence. It helps reset your balance when everything feels demanding. The sources also talked about building little rituals, like a morning routine or something calming before bed. Gives you a sense of control.
Little islands of calm. I like that. And sometimes the stress isn't just time, is it? There's often that financial pressure too, especially around holidays or big events. It can really sneak up on you.
Indeed it can. And the research highlighted that budgeting isn't just, for accountants during these times. It's a major stress reduction tool. Planning ahead, creating a realistic budget for everything, gifts, hosting, even the small stuff like wrapping paper it lets you save. Shop smarter. And avoid that awful financial hangover later. Starting tasks early, setting realistic expectations, maybe sending e-cards, it all helps lower the stress load significantly.
So, pulling this all together, what's the big takeaway? It sounds like we don't have to just grit our teeth and endure that pressure cooker feeling alone.
Exactly. The sources were really consistent on this. Two big things. Ask for help when you need it and maintain clear boundaries. Don't try to micromanage everything yourself. Communicate your needs to family, friends, colleagues. Let your support system support you. And be mindful of your emotions. Just check in with yourself. How are you actually feeling? Especially in those potentially tricky situations.
Right, like that family dinner where Uncle Bitey critiques your life choices again.
Yes. Okay, so this deep dive really shows that preventing burnout, whether it's the holidays or just a crazy busy period at work or home, boils down to a few key things. Strategic planning, having the courage to say no sometimes, being really proactive about self-care, and actually leaning on the people around you. It's like building a well-being fortress around yourself, one scheduled break and one polite no at a time. So the question for you listening is, how will you empower your mental health and reclaim your time this season? Remember, Empire to engage, educate, and empower, and you have to take care of yourself in order to be able to do that.